What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Royce back now, guys. Happy Memorial Day, man. I had to come on here real quick because I've been a little quiet. That don't mean I haven't been scoping, man. So this video, we're going to be getting right into what is my top altcoin picks in the bear market, the coins that I believe have some big growth potential. Because if you remember the whole point of this channel, guys, it wasn't to make a little bit of money. I'm not a trader. I'm not none of that. We're here to make some gains, some real life changing gains. Now, before we begin, guys, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for me, please, and thank you. So, guys, let's get into it, man. This is my second bear market that I've experienced, and in fact, this one seems worse off than the last bear market, probably because the last bear market, I didn't have nearly as much money invested into anything. But let me tell you a little bit, all right? Now, the last cycle that we had, this was like, we're talking like from summer of last year, everything was dry. After that big Elon Musk run back then, everything in the markets were dried out. I was dollar cost averaging Shiba Inu for like 2-3 months until I had about $1,400 total invested into it. I had $150-ish into Saitama because it was a new thing as well. I said, why not? And there was a token as well at the time called Boost Token that I put $500 into. This was all from summer of last year, bear season, baby. Sitting heavy in the bears. And then when things ran up in the fall, I'll tell you how it was for me. So it took a couple months, but when things ran up, the $1,400 I had in Shiba reached just over $11,000. That was awesome. And my $150 that I had in Saitama was just passing $20,000. That was incredible. And my $500 that I had in Boost Token at the time went all the way up to, I think it was $22,000 or $23,000. Yes, guys. And this was just within the span of probably 4 to 5 months of me just waiting. I ain't coming no big money. I was working at the airport at the time, making no more than 17 something an hour. I was only able to invest whatever I could afford to take out from my paychecks after expenses and everything was taken care of. And when you add up those gains right there, for that, within those couple of months, that's well over $50,000. You know, if we don't include Shiba, Boost Coin, and Saitama, I had $600 and something total invested altogether into both of those projects. And combined, they made a total of over $40,000 within a matter of months for me. That changed my perspective on how I look at coins. That changed my perspective on DeFi. So that's why I could champion projects where people say, oh man, it's impossible to get 100x. That's just a dream, that takes luck. Man, I done seen it. Shoot, I done seen it twice. Shiba was more like an 8x. Saitama for me was the biggest hitter, and Boost Coin was the second biggest hitter. Now, of course, those coins didn't really work out as expected down the road, but the bottom line is that money is money. Money was made because I was buying throughout the bears and I just held. I didn't have a lot of tokens I was buying either, you know, because I feel like the more I spread myself, the more opportunity I have of losing out. That's how I look at it. So to summarize, man, I just want to talk to you about the top coins that I currently have on my radar. Obviously, number one in front of me is Vault. Vault is number one for me. Take it as you will, laugh at me, call me a dreamer, say whatever. All I can tell you is that I've experienced what happens when a community backs a token. And like I told you guys, $150 turn into 20K. Do the math. That's more than 100x. It is, yeah, because a 10x is 1,500 and then 100x is 15,000. That's more than 100x. And that took months. Break around, I think it was, I forgot it was October or November, one of those time frames. Not even half a year. So when I'm looking at these projects, I don't look at it from the same criteria as other people may look at. Maybe some of your favorite YouTubers, they got a set list. It has to have this, that, and the other, and everything crossed and dotted. That's cool. But me, I go where the community is at. Because where the community is at, that's where most of the attention is drawn to. Don't mean it's just no little poopy Inu coins either. Vault is number one for me. I have it at the 12-hour chart because my investments are long-term. I'm only holding Vault as of right now. Since I got robbed and I was giving back my tokens, I decided I put everything into Vault. But I got a bit of Ethereum left. You know, I got a decent amount of money to play with now, a couple $100 worth. So I'm looking at my next one. Cult was also on my radar. Cult was a coin that I had a good talk about. You know, it was actually, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it was shortly after when I was on the live stream with my guy Jay Gigan and B Roots, and we were talking about other coins to look at aside from Vault, because we know, Vault is Vault, baby. You can't underestimate the Vault army. I don't care what nobody says. But then I gotta see, man, what else could be now? What could I put a few $100 in that could also make me some big gains? I look at Colt. I see Colt is in the same market cap as Vault. I also see that it has a crazy amount of holders like Vault. So that caught me. I said, dang, okay. And I'm looking at the chart. The chart looks to me, this is like an amazing entry point, because look at where this coin bottomed out. The exact bottom was on May 12th. Okay, so that's almost half a month that's passed. And slowly it's been trading sideways, but slowly going upwards. Now, to me, this is a beautiful entry point, not financial advice. I'm just saying, like, this is how I'm looking at it, because it's a $50 million market cap. It's sitting at 4 zeros, meaning that it's not that big of a supply, period. I've saw some people talking about what if this could hit 1 cent. Looking at it from where it's at right now, if this thing hits exactly 1.2 cent per Colt DAO token, right? Obviously that's a 1000x. And I know the market cap would have to be in the billions. Let's do the math. Okay, a 10x from here is 500 million or 520 million. 100x is 5.2 billion, which means this would also have to be around a $50 billion project for us to see it. Well, to hit like 1.2 cents, a little less than $50 billion. But it has to be a multi-billion dollar project to hit 1 cent. What that means is that that's a big 1000xer. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 100xers and 1000xers. I'm a patient person. I already made my money in the last cycle. I cashed out probably 75% of all the money I made in crypto. That's all sitting in the bank. That's why when them crooks try to come and hack my stuff, they only made out with $8,000. Why? Because that's all I had left behind. That's how I play it. So I can look at these projects and say, I could put money in this and leave it for a couple months and just not care about it. I don't gotta be on Twitter 24/7. I don't gotta be checking the chart 24/7. I just let my money work for me while I enjoy what I got until the next cycle comes around. Cult is on my radar for that, because obviously I can't put the same money in Cult that I put into Vault. And Vault, you know, especially with what everybody in the Vault army paid me back, man, it's thousands. It's thousands. I can't match that with Cult. But what I could do, I could probably match it with like a $500 investment. Now, with a $500 investment, that's what I did with Wagie token. I did that with Wagie token. Now, Wagie token is the cheapest out of all of them. It's only a $5 million market cap. These guys are taking gaming to a whole new level in DeFi. This ain't no little arcade pew crap that we always see. Not to bash nobody doing that stuff. Do your thing. But I'm saying that Wagie clearly is on a different level when it comes to GameFi and what they plan on doing with the space. So no, I don't find it impossible for them to hit a $1 billion market cap. They only worth 5 mil now. This is a steal, as a matter of fact, because that's more than 100x. The only thing that I'm probably waiting off a bit before I buy back into Wagie is because I got Wagie at a steal. Right before they took my profile, I had 200 million Wagie tokens. And so I looked at how much it would cost if I spent the same amount of money that I used to buy those 200 million tokens of Wagie. But when I did the 200 mil, I got so lucky, man. It was right down here in the threes, man. We were just coming out the threes. So when I tried to buy back in, it didn't give me nearly as much tokens in Wagie that I had previously. So I was like, dang, you know what? Wagie, I still really believe in this project. I still follow it on a regular, but I might have to wait it out a bit. Maybe when I get a little more extra funds coming in, maybe when business picks back up with new projects coming out and stuff like that, then I can like spare some more money into Wagie. I might have to come with like $1,000 instead of 500 for Wagie, and I just leave that there. But I got like 500 that I could spare, maybe even 600. We're gonna say 500 just for the sake of the conversation. You know what I mean? We got rent due and stuff, like rent due in 2 days and whatnot. So you know what I mean? We gotta play a little smart. But Cult DAO, I want you guys to comment what you think about this project, because I've seen people talk about this numerous times, and that's really what my focus is on. You know, I want to find the projects that are being a trendsetter in the bear market. I don't expect these numbers to be high in price or nothing like that. because everything is down. I mean, shoot, let's look at Ethereum's price right here, man. This is where Ethereum is at. Ethereum is at a $229 billion market cap. Ethereum is under $2,000. Let me tell you, the last cycle from last year, when I first got into Ethereum, the baby money I could afford, it was about $1,600 something a coin, and I saw Ethereum run all the way up to $4,000 something and back. This was all within the span of that year. That tells me something. All these altcoins following Ethereum's direction. So this is the time to be shopping for some discounts. This is not the time to be looking for, I'm not gonna be the guy to tell you how to make a quick 5x or 10x, man. That's nothing. It's nothing. It may sound good in the bear market, but in the retrospect of 5x, 10x, that's regular stuff, man. This is DeFi. We looking for the 100xers and more, but there's not much projects out there that could really do that. I've been looking through it. Trust me, I worked with a decent amount of projects that you can see on this channel. And I can tell you, aside from the coins I talked about here, another one that I think got good potential, there'll be like a special nomination, Banana Task Force, Ape, and Bandex. I also have them in that list. But the video says top 3 coins. So these are my top 3. Banana Task Force to me is like number 4. It's like if I got even more money left over, I'll put some money in BTFA and leave that there for the remainder of the year. Or at least until fall season or something, see what happens. History is repeating itself, guys. History is repeating itself, and it's repeating itself like crazy. So I'm not sleeping on these opportunities, man. I understand the math of when I put my money in this market cap versus what market cap's required to see X amount of money. Listen, I'm going for the projects that I can put a couple $100 and leave it there, and it could at least get me close to 6 figures within a couple months down the line. At least close to it. If not, maybe $50,000, $60,000, cool. But that's how you do it. You slowly build it like that. And now, like I said, these are from talks that I've had behind the scenes. I'm just coming on camera and explaining it to you guys that this is what my mind is on. I know you didn't see me post on this channel like that because, you know, the markets are down. Like, I'm not going to spend my time looking at the charts all the time, being on Twitter all the time, being all these groups. No, I'm living life right now. This is the time to, like, enjoy the harvest that was reaped from the last bull cycle. That's what's going on now. And so I'm doing this so you guys can enjoy the next bull cycle with me and everybody else that's planting their seeds right now. So let me know in the comments what you guys think is a good top 3. I know this video ran for a bit. I was gonna do a live stream, but I got plans today, man. It's Memorial Day. But I said, let me go hop on here and do a video for my chosen ones, man. So with that being said, folks, I'm Jazz Royce. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.